I have to go and make disciples? Can somebody tell me exactly how to do that? Today, Matthew's Gospel says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe that all that I have commanded you." Now, according to this gospel, everyone, not just the priests, not just the nuns, and not like the little old lady that works at church, everyone is called to make disciples. But what exactly is a disciple? Well, Merriam-Webster's dictionary says, a disciple is one who accepts and assists in the spreading of doctrine to another, such as Christianity. They also say Christianity is one of the 12 in the inner circle of Christ's followers according to the gospel accounts. So Merriam doesn't have it right. Merriam-Webster dictionary doesn't have it right, because if it only was those 12, then Jesus wouldn't have called us to go out and make disciples. And we've been called. But I do think it's to be a follower like the apostles were. It is our job to go out and spread what Jesus has told us. But in a society like ours, that's not easy. And most of us can't or don't know how to talk to people about Jesus. So I spent a little time and looked up what the best ways to start evangelizing are. And here's a couple of things I came up with. The first thing is start with prayer. It's not about you telling the world who Jesus was. It's about the Holy Spirit working through you for the world to find out who Jesus is. And that's the difference. We have to be open to what God tells us, because He knows what the person we're going to be talking to needs. We don't necessarily know that. The next thing is be friendly, be hospitable, right? My husband is not a gregarious person, and I don't expect him to go up to the next stranger and smile and say, "Hey, let me tell you about Jesus Christ," because that's not Doug. And that's not real. But we do need to be the best version of ourselves, like Matthew Kelly says, to be able to show the joy that we've received from Jesus, that we receive during this period of time with the gifts from the Holy Spirit, right? That's great. The next thing is we got to be willing to speak to the next person. We don't need to just overwhelm them with a whole bunch of facts and a whole bunch of figures. But when we speak to them, we need to learn who they are. Share your story with them as they share their story with you. And that matters. That's what's important. This is not a time for talk. This is a time not for just talk and not for debate, but for really listening. This is the time to hear their spirit, because that's who God created them to be. The other thing is, don't expect immediate results. What you need to do is listen to them and invite them for more. And when I mean more, it doesn't mean invite them necessarily to Mass. That might not be where they're at. It might be just another conversation over a cup of coffee. The idea is to be open to God and to be open to God, for God to them. Go out and make disciples. Might as well buy somebody a cup of coffee while you're at it.